My daughter-in-law packed my backpack. At the gas station I opened it and froze when I saw a strange object inside. I rushed to the nearest police station. The officer panicked and said, "Where did this come from, sir?" "This is..." My heart nearly stopped. "My name is Kweku Adebayo Mensima. I am 61 years old. I was born in Cape Coast, Ghana, and I have lived between Accra and Manchester for over 30 years. I worked most of my life as an electrical engineer in industrial plants. Later I opened a small contracting company that installed power systems for warehouses and hospitals. People know me as a quiet, disciplined man. A church-going man. A man who believes family is everything. I lost my wife Abena 9 years ago after a short illness. She was my balance and my soft place. After her death I poured my love into my only son Kojo. I paid for his education abroad. I helped him start his logistics business. When he married I welcomed his wife like my own daughter. Her name is Zainabu. She was polite in public, soft-spoken in church, always smiling. I trusted her completely. I never imagined my life would nearly end because of something she put in my backpack. That morning I was traveling by road from Accra to Kumasi for a site inspection. Zainabu insisted on helping me pack. She said I was getting old and forgetful. She laughed and packed my clothes, my charger, my medicine, my documents. She hugged me and told me to be safe. Kojo was not home. He had traveled the night before. I did not think twice. At the gas station I stopped to stretch my legs. I opened my backpack to take my blood pressure medicine. That was when my body went cold. Inside, wrapped in a dark cloth, was a heavy metallic object. My hands shook. My mouth dried. I had worked with machines all my life. I knew what danger felt like. I knew this was not something innocent. Fear entered my bones. Not fear for prison alone, but fear of betrayal. I closed the bag slowly, paid for fuel and drove straight to the nearest police station. At the police station I walked in calmly, though my heart was beating like a drum. I asked to speak privately with an officer. When I opened the bag the officer froze. His face changed. He called another officer. They whispered. One of them asked me where I got it. He said it was a prohibited item. He said if I had been stopped at a checkpoint I would not be standing there talking. My knees weakened. I told them the truth. That my daughter-in-law packed my bag. That I had no idea. They took my statement. They examined my record, my work history, my age, my clean past. One officer looked at me with pity. He said, "Sir, someone wanted to destroy you or use you." They did not arrest me. They opened a formal investigation. They kept the object as evidence. They warned me not to tell anyone. I drove home slowly. Every mile felt heavy. When I reached my house Zainabu welcomed me with concern on her face. She asked why I returned early. I looked at her eyes and saw no fear, only calculation. That night I did not sleep. Memories replayed, small signs I had ignored. How she always asked about my travel schedule. How she once asked if police check old men at roadblocks. How she encouraged me to travel by road instead of flying. My chest hurt not from fear but from heartbreak. I raised Kojo with honesty. I buried his mother with dignity. How did we reach here? The next day the police called me quietly. They said the object was linked to a smuggling ring. They had been tracking it. They believed someone tried to move it using an innocent carrier. Someone old and respected. Someone unlikely to be searched deeply. I felt sick. They asked for my cooperation. They said if I wanted justice I must stay calm and act normal. For weeks I played the role of the foolish old man. I smiled at Zainabu. I ate her food. I prayed with her. Inside I was breaking. Kojo returned and I watched him closely. I realized with pain that he knew more than he showed. He avoided my eyes when travel was mentioned. He suddenly asked me to sign documents transferring one of my warehouses to his company. He said it was for tax reasons. I said I would think about it. The police later confirmed my fear. Kojo was in debt, heavy debt. His business had failed quietly. Zainabu had connected him to dangerous people who promised fast money. They needed a clean face, an old respected father. They chose me. The betrayal cut deeper than any knife, but I refused to cry in front of them. Instead I planned with patience. The police allowed me to continue cooperating. They wanted the entire network, not just one item. I agreed. I pretended to accept another trip. Zainabu packed again under police supervision. They marked everything. I drove as instructed. At the checkpoint the police moved in. Arrests happened fast. Kojo was taken. Zainabu screamed. The truth spilled. Messages, bank transfers, voice notes. Everything pointed back to them. When Kojo saw me at the station he broke down. He begged. He said he never meant for me to be harmed. He said it was supposed to be just once. I looked at my son and felt both love and disappointment. I told him his mother raised him better than this. I walked away. The court case took months. The public was shocked. The respected engineer almost framed. The young couple exposed. Zainabu received a long sentence. Kojo received less due to cooperation but lost everything. His business, his reputation, his marriage. I did not testify with anger. I spoke only truth. That was my revenge. Not shouting, not violence, but letting justice stand naked. After the judgment I went home alone. I removed their pictures from my wall. I cried for the son I lost while he was still alive. Today I live quietly. I mentor young engineers. I speak at churches about trust and wisdom. I tell them love must never blind judgment. I survived not because I was lucky but because I chose to act wisely. My revenge was not destruction but survival. They wanted to use my life as a shield for their crime. Instead my calm exposed them. My heart still hurts but my conscience is clean. And every time I pack my own bag now I remember that even family can hide the heaviest dangers, but truth when handled patiently always wins. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And tell me, what would you have done if you were in my place?